So we are back with the LL1 parsing algorithm. So here we will see construction of the parsing table and the parsing algorithm. So we have already seen this part, that is construction of the parsing algorithm of the parsing table. So for each terminal A in the first of alpha, we will add this production to this particular entry of the table. And if there is epsilon in the first of alpha, then we will look at every element in the follow of A, and we will add that production A derives alpha to those entries. So now let us look at the actual parsing, how it takes place. So for our expression grammar that we had created, here we have the LL parser. The parser will look at three things. One is the input buffer, which contains the input. So my input to be parsed is ID plus ID into ID, and this is ending with a $. This is in the input buffer. Then there is this parsing table. For each non-terminal, I have one row, and for each terminal, I have a column. And this table has already been filled up. And then here I have the stack. And as explained in the introduction, the element at the top of the stack would be a $. symbol. And when we start parsing, the start symbol, which is E in this case, is already loaded into the stack. So the element at the top of the stack is now the start symbol. So now the parser starts its work. So what it will do is that it will first look at the first element in the input buffer, and it will look at the element at the top of the stack. So element at top of the stack is E, input buffer item is ID. So it will refer to that particular entry in the parsing table, that is EID. So E is here, ID is here. So that means now we have to use this production. So this is a generate step, and we will replace E by TE dash. So TE dash is being replaced. This is the match which has been found. So we have replaced E by TE dash. Remember, this is the stack. So E dash will go first, and then we will enter T. So from right to left. So now the element at top of the stack is T. Our input is still ID. So now we will compare TID. So TID, the entry is T on ID. So T must be now replaced by FT dash. So the parser now replaces T by FT dash. So T is gone and it is replaced by FT dash. And again, it is coming in the right to left manner. So T dash is coming first and then F. Now F and ID. So next we will compare F and ID. So F and ID, we get again another generate step. So F can be replaced by ID. So here we will see that F has been replaced by ID. So now you can see ID and input is ID. So it's a match now. So since it is a match, what we are going to do, we are going to remove the input symbol from the input buffer and move to the next symbol. And here also we are going to remove ID from the stack. So this is what we have. Now we are reading the next input symbol, which is plus. So we'll continue in this manner. So T dash and plus. So T dash and plus, we get T dash epsilon. So T dash can be removed. So T dash is removed. Now it is E dash and plus. So E dash on plus. So E dash now can be removed by E dash T and plus. So E dash is removed by E dash T and plus. So now again plus and this is plus. So it's a match. So we will pop plus from the stack and we'll remove plus from the input buffer. So this is where we have now. We are now. So now again T and ID. So T is here, ID is here. So it matches this particular production. So this is again a generate. So T will be replaced by T dash F. So T dash F. Now again F and ID. So F on ID, it matches FID. It matches with this. So F can be replaced by ID. F is replaced by ID. Okay. Now ID and ID. So it's a match. So both will be replaced. And we'll have this. Then next we have T dash and star multiplication. So T dash on multiplication, we get this. So T dash here can be replaced by what is here, that is star F T dash. So we will get something like this, T dash F star. Remember, you are replacing something and you are pushing, you are replacing T, or you have replaced T dash and you have replaced it by star F T dash in a right to left manner. Then we have here star and star, so it's a match. So we move to the next. Next is ID, so F and ID, so it's a match here. FID, so F can be replaced by ID. So F is replaced by ID, so here ID, ID again, it's a match. So these two will be replaced. So we are left with T dash and dollar. So T dash and dollar, you find T dash is replaced by epsilon. So T dash is replaced by epsilon, T dash is gone. Now E dash dollar, so E dash on dollar, this is the production to be used, E dash epsilon. So E dash will be replaced by epsilon. Okay, and what we get? Dollar and dollar. So dollar and dollar, when we get, what we do? We accept. So this is how the parsing takes place. So this is all about your LL1 parsing. So this is a top-down parser, LL1. It's a predictive parser because it predicts which production rule to be used by looking at one input symbol. That is why you can see here, you can see it is looking at the non-terminal which is to be expanded, and how it is deciding? It is deciding by looking at which is the next non-terminal next terminal symbol. So this is about your LL1 parser.